going, guys? Welcome back to a very brisk morning here on Sandy Bay. So, recap of yesterday, we got the the ploughing done on field 1 after we moved in, of course. So we moved in, day 1 was move in and start breaking ground. So we moved in, got all our equipment set up, headed down to the shop. We purchased a new plough, we purchased the new cultivator, we also got the fertilizer lime spreader, purchased the pallets of seed, fertilizer and lime. We also got a couple of weights delivered because we realised the equipment we had was a little too much for our tractors. And we also got field 1 ploughed. We also got field 1 and field 2 soil sampled. So as you can see, nicely ploughed. So what we'll do now is turn that off to begin with. Don't need that on. And we'll jump in the doots. Get some lights happening because it's still fairly dark. We'll work our way around to the other side because we are going to cultivate this field. We might just turn that sound down a little bit. Takes a little while to get out of that menu. So while we're cultivating this, we will have a hired worker ploughing field 2 for us. So we'll keep going all the way around. The Valtra is parked down at the bottom of this field with the plough on it, waiting for field 2. So once we've got the cultivating done here, we'll throw some seeds in. Just make sure we get that. Yep, lovely. So yeah, we'll figure out what it is we want to put into this field and also into field 2. At this stage, I dare say it's going to be something that helps us with the cows. So we're going to need wheat, barley or oats because we want the straw. We also need to be able to make straw pellets. So whether we hire the Primos, I think it is, the big crone baler that turns our straw into pellets, or whether we find another way of doing that. But we're going to need straw pellets to put onto the ground for the bedding. So at least field 1, yes, sorry, just broke myself off there as I remembered something else we did last night. We created the divide for this field, so we don't have to worry about those power poles anymore. So we made a little boundary, little driveway that goes up and around and into the gate, and that will just get planted with grass. That'll just be a little grass field down in there. Alright, so we'll leave you there for now. We'll leave the lights on, but we'll turn you off. Run across. Jump into the Valtra. Now we'll do a headland with this guy, and then we will let the worker take off. So once we get back around to that gate, we'll put it onto a worker. We'll jump back into the doots. Once we're in there, we'll continue cultivating. we'll throw it onto a time lapse here very shortly. In fact, I'm pretty sure you should be able to hear the music creeping in by now. And we'll try and decide exactly what it is that we want to put into the fields.
Can't find a time where I can tell ya what I feel now. Been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alienated. Sitting on planet X. I'm becoming the person I've hated. Wonder what will happen next. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes. Every time you touch me, babe, you send me right out into space. You send me right out into space.
Okay guys, so we're nearly done with that. We did take a large portion out of the center of that time lapse, just because it was all cultivating. You guys have seen it all before. So what we'll do, we'll run the cultivator over here, we'll drop it off, we'll send the duets up to grab the cedar. And you will have noticed that I cultivated that as well. So we'll plant, I'm going to say we're going to plant, I'd say barley into this field, just so we've got that straw. So leave that there. We'll head up, we'll grab the cedar, and we'll see you guys when we get back. Alright, so we'll get it filled up with some seed, we'll drop across, we'll also put some fertilizer in it. Just quickly, something else we did last night, once it clocked over to midnight, we worked out all of our funds for the farm. So where we stand right now, as of what we've purchased, land that we've purchased, equipment, and so on. So where we stand as of the start of the episode, so 6:30 this morning, the farm currently is $1.732 million in debt. So it's $1,732,766. That's the farm's current financial standing. So the plan for this series is to see if we can turn that $1.7 million of debt into profit, so everything we make from the sale is profit on the series. So if we can do that, if we can make it so we're in profit, and we'll update this at the start of every game day, we'll figure out where we're at, how we're advancing. It is going to take some time before we do start pushing profit instead of the farm losing money every day, but I'm sure we'll get there. So anyway, we'll head back down to the field. Now what we want to do is change, we did say we wanted to put barley in there, didn't we? Right, so we'll meet you guys back down at the field. We'll start getting the seed thrown into the ground. We'll see how the voucher is going with the ploughing. Hopefully he gets that done fairly soon and we can put the voucher onto the cultivator. and we can look at putting some seed in the ground over there as well. Now, the idea for time lapses, sorry, not even time lapses, just episodes in general. What I would like is for each episode to be roughly around the 25 minutes to a half an hour. I don't want to go too much longer than that. However, I can see that it is going to happen. We may have episodes where it's a little bit shorter, so on and so on. So what I'll do is, if we're doing large jobs like this, we'll probably show the start during the time lapse. We'll cut the time lapse, we'll show the finish, and we'll see how we go towards the end. But that'll all be done in editing. But yeah, if we can keep each episode to about half an hour, I reckon that's a pretty good time frame. Not too long, it's not a short episode. There probably will be episodes where it's a lot shorter, especially once we start getting into, say, winter. But we'll sort those out as we go. Anyway guys, we will jump into another time lapse for this. And by the looks of that, the voucher is going pretty well. And we'll see you again once this field is nearly done. Okay guys, so we've just come over to take over from the worker. We've put him in the seed drill instead. This guy got to this side of the field on his own. It's done well. The rest of it's all done perfectly. But as you can imagine, once you start getting into the pointier sections, they can tend to give up pretty easily. So he tried telling me that he was done. Obviously he wasn't. So we'll continue on for him. We'll leave him in the seeder for now. He can get that done instead. Once we've got this done, we'll grab the cultivator and we'll bring that in here. Now, I dare say this episode is going to end once we've got the seed completely out. So, once we've put whatever crop it is into both paddocks, as well as the grass into the lower section of field 1. Once we get to that stage, probably say that that will be enough for the day. But until then, we'll keep going. We'll throw this back into a time lapse for the time being. Like I said, we'll probably chop a little chunk out of the middle just to try and keep that time down. Now, we don't always want to be doing time lapses as well, but we are doing fairly large fields with fairly small machinery. So we would be sat here for quite a while. If I wasn't to do time lapses, or even just take sections out of the middle. So anyway, we'll throw the music back on, we'll speed time up a little bit, and we'll see you guys when we've got something else to talk about, or once we've got the jobs done for the day.
I don't know why it's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get
Okay guys, so we're done with the plough, for now at least, because like I said, I still want to get in and plough those other bits of grass that we have around the farm. So that being the sheep paddock, we'll probably end up just doing a small field or a small paddock up above the road, and we'll leave the actual sheep paddock as just the way it is, the way the map was created. The other thing I am contemplating is that big field there, the one where everything was when we first moved in, so all of our equipment was sitting in there. We may do something with that as well. So we'll probably turn that into probably a small carrot or small onion paddock. But this one here, we'll leave that section alone, but we'll probably plough into that once we've got some bigger equipment, because that is a fair size hill. Now, something we are missing around the farm. Not sure if you were noticing the window in the Dutz file, but we definitely need some sort of a pressure washer. And I'm thinking what we might do is turn that into our wash bay. So if we come into workshop and tools, oh, we can't actually place that in there. Okay. So what we might do instead is we'll just put him there. I think we can, oh yeah, we're allowed to move that one, okay. So if we don't like where it is, we'll drag him around and change up his position. Anyway, we'll get this cleaned off, we'll put the plough away, and we'll go and put the voucher onto the cultivator and get that next paddock ready to go for planting. We'll leave that for now. So bits of equipment we'll just stick over here for now. We will eventually find different homes for everything, but for now that right there is perfect. So we'll head back down, we'll throw that cultivator onto the voucher, we'll get that field done and dusted, and that will be it for the voucher for today. He'll be able to get washed and put away. This guy's got the seeding all under control, so we can let him do his thing for now while we've still got jobs to attend to. Should really put it down before we start taking off. Anyway, this one shouldn't hopefully take as long as the last field did to get done. But we'll get it done, we'll get this guy up, we'll get him cleaned up, we'll put him into the workshop, repair what damage has been done, and we'll also get him refilled, full of fuel, ready for tomorrow's activities, whatever they might be. Okay guys, we'll see you at the end of this.
I can never hit the brakes every time you touch me, babe. You send me right out into space. You send me right out into space. Right into space. Yeah, I don't know why. It's like a charge around us that just feels right. Can't get my head around it. I can never hit the brakes every time you touch me, babe.
Okay, so that is the cultivating done and dusted for both fields. Lovely. So what we need to do now is take this guy up, we'll get the cultivator put away, we'll get the voucher washed. We'll jump on this side of the power poles just to get out of the way of old mate, and we will run down and take over from him. Actually, what we may need to do, that's potentially going to need seed or fertilizer, so we'll jump in here. Oh no, okay, maybe it doesn't. No, fertilizer it's not really going too harsh on because we laid the fertilizer down, but the seed, it's actually not going too bad on that. If we pull that up, or if we just jump into here, 40%. It may need a bit of seed before it gets to the next lot, but if we plan on doing these two, we're going to need to bring some down. So we'll grab the seed pallet with the voucher and we'll run that down here. Whatever's left, hopefully there's enough left to get the rest of the seeding done. If we don't get it done today, at least tomorrow. I dare say field 2 will be a tomorrow job for the seeding, but that's fine. The other thing we can do is we can grab the fertilizer spreader, the Kun spreader, and we can put some lime in that so as we can adjust the pH of our fields. Obviously we don't need to lay any more fertilizer down, so we'll take this up, we'll get it washed off, put it away, we'll just throw it in there beside the plough. Just a quick hose down. Now, so far I'm not liking our chances of half-hour episodes. If we're going to be doing day-long episodes, I dare say the first couple may be a bit longer than we wanted them to be, but that's fine. We can deal with that for now. Obviously, once we get to a point where things are done, we aren't going to need to produce as long of an episode. So we'll just reverse this back. get it into that far bay. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. No. We're going to need to adjust that completely. Hopefully this fits in here. I think the collisions may not have worked on that pole. Oh. And of course with the realistic cab view, or the extended cab view, you can't do the 360 turn. Right, so we've got to go and unload this fertilizer. Put some lime into this bad boy. Rightio, so we'll get that filled up with lime. We'll also head over to the sheds just over beside that silo there. We'll pick up whatever we've got left as far as seeds go. We'll get that down there. I dare say today is going to be just finishing off field 1, as well as the little grass section down below the power poles, as well as spreading lime. And then tomorrow's episode will be planting field 2, spreading the lime on that as well, and working out from there how we go about getting our animals across, or at least putting a plan in. Oh, there goes the choppers. Right, so we've got that now. We'll head down, we'll throw the seed pellet probably on the concrete pad down beside the power poles, where we've made like an extra little bit down towards the gate into field 2. And what we'll do from there is get on with potentially spreading some lime. Something we are definitely going to have to look at upgrading is that seeder. That has taken quite a lot of time to get as far as he has. Yep, I reckon if we just leave that there. Open them up so they're not in our way. Shouldn't be anywhere near those power poles. Okay, let's start improving some pH.
I'm sick of lying here all alone and nearly sleepless at night. I'm honest, it's boring. 1,000,000 demons surrounding me, picking a fight. It's toxic.
Okay, we'll get a chunk of this done. Obviously, we'll only go until we catch up. We want the lime to auto adjust to the crop that we have going in the ground, which is the barley.
But every second you were screwing me over, and now I'm done with it. I guess that there was no surprise. Deleting you out of my mind. Isn't it iconic? Standing on the front line, steady going forward without knowing the direction. I need to be honest, it was for the better. Now every day is perfect for a lifetime celebration. Go ahead.
Okay, so what has become alarmingly obvious with that is we are going to need a lot more lime. A lot more. So what we're going to end up doing, I would say, is we will get the store to deliver some. I don't believe there is a lime station on this farm. And we're out again. That's alright, we'll fill up what we can from this pallet. Got to wait for old mate to finish the seeding. What we'll do is we'll hang out and we will wait until the seeding is complete, and we'll bring you guys back in then. Okay guys, so just realised that once we jumped back into this section, I forgot to turn my microphone back on, so we'll just quickly record a voiceover for this. As you can see, we're pretty much done with putting the barley in the ground now, so what we'll do is we'll just turn around. Once we've turned around, we'll finish off this small little slither that's left to go. We'll drop the dots down beside the seed pallet there. We'll get it filled up, ready for first thing in the morning. And what we're going to end up doing is we'll leave the rest of the seeding for tomorrow. As you can see, we've got all the way up until it's nearly 5:30 in the afternoon now, so we're going to actually call that enough work for the day, and we'll leave it how it's going. So yep, once this guy's got some seed in, we'll turn it to grass. I'm pretty sure we end up putting it to field grass here, so we'll leave it on that. We'll use field grass for that little section down there in the bottom. We'll get this guy parked up. We'll just park him down here near the field, so he's ready to go first thing. And what we will do from there is we'll run across, we'll jump into the voucher, and we will get the last little bit of lime spread down onto the ground. And that is pretty much where we're going to leave it for the day. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there is actually a lime station on Sandy Bay Farm. It's up beside the shed. I'm pretty sure I may have pointed that out in the first or second episode and just completely forgot about it, as you do. Anyway guys, so yeah, what we're going to do is we'll get this guy parked up into the field. We'll just get him sitting there, ready for the first thing in the morning. We'll continue on once we've figured out the lime situation. But anyway, that's going to be it for today guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we shall see you tomorrow on Sandy Bay. See you guys.